and coming to you live on this Friday. Normally we're Thursdays, live Thursdays at 3 p.m. This week, due to a conflict, it's Friday at 3 p.m. But so here we go. Without further ado, just want to get right on into it. Of course, I'm asking everybody to like and subscribe. Please smash the like button, subscribe to my channel. This will help with the YouTube algorithm so that we get a lot of eyeballs looking at real honest to goodness data and charts and stats and properly setting expectations for everybody. So like and subscribe on YouTube. We would greatly appreciate it. So, of course, we're going to do some fun photos. I always like to start it off. I love this one. Internet may be just a passing fad as millions give up on it. This just shows you that we can find an angle on real estate articles, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's necessarily an accurate depiction of what's going on. This was December of 2000. So, internet may be just a passing fad. Boy, that was not a passing fad, right? When the new agent asked what day they get off, the days they get off, you don't get any days off if you're in real estate. So let's get into our housing cracks. Housing cracks. Housing crack of a price reduction. This is a true crack that has been developing. We knew this was going to happen as we saw more and more inventory. Haven't really seen that many price reductions, and you can see nationally what the statistics are in a moment. Here it is. You can see it actually bottomed out at 15.8% last May. That was like a low threshold bar that we haven't seen in a long time. Normally, we see price reductions at this time of the year right around 30%, and right now across the United States, 21.7% of the housing stock has reduced their price, and you can see how it's been elevating. That dark red curve, it's actually going up quite a bit within the last month. And it came off of that. It was really ridiculous at the beginning of this year. And as interest rates rose and as more homes accumulated on the market and as buyers got a little pickier on price and not as willing to stretch, as a result, we're seeing more price reductions. And in Los Angeles County, 22% of the entire county has reduced their price that's available on the market today. Orange County is also at 22%. Riverside County is at 26%. San Bernardino is at 28%. San Diego is at 22%. Just for fun, I did a presentation for some people in Santa Barbara, and Santa Barbara was at 21%. And Ventura is at 23%. So pretty much in line with the national statistics, other than San Bernardino, it is getting towards that 30% for this time of year. So San Bernardino is going towards more of a normal market, a little bit faster, a little bit more rapidly than some of the other counties. And what's happening is that there's this deceleration in the market, and that deceleration in demand is allowing the inventory to rise. And you can see this rise right here. This is the available number of homes. I do this every 2 weeks. I give you, in the off weeks, I give you where we're at, but this is the data. I snap it every 2 weeks. And today it's at 20,827. So we broke past the 20,000 home barrier. We have actually, you can see here, we haven't been here in a long time. I'll tell you in a second. It's up 92% since January 1st, or an extra 9,974 homes. So it's nearly doubled. So within the next week, it will be double. And it's the highest level right now, going backwards, not even for this time of the year, going backwards. It's the highest level since December of 2020. So yes, we were in the pandemic, but this now surpasses all of 2021. So even the height that you see, that red line towards the middle over here, that it has exceeded that height. So we're back to December 2020 levels, and it continues to grow. And the way that this is marching on, it is going to cross over the threshold of 2020 of where we were and start making later on this year, I imagine sometime during the summer, and then we will make our way towards 1999. Maybe we'll get there by the end of the year. We will just have to wait and see. I know that some markets will, but it just depends upon which county. The 3-year average prior to COVID, 2017, 18, and 19, because I like to compare it to when things were normal, was at 38,677. Now, at 38,677, that's 86% more than where we are today. And we're trying to get our way back towards normal market. Remember back then, we had this normal market and we were still appreciating at about the rate of just about 5% per annum. And so we're just trying to get back towards a normal level of inventory, and we still have a ways to go. And how are we going to build this inventory? We're going to build this inventory on the backs of dogs. So properties that look like a dog, smell like a dog, they are dogs, need to be priced like a dog. And unfortunately, in this marketplace, after going from July of 2020 all the way until right now, we've had an insane market where you have been able to get away with placing your home on the market at ridiculous levels. Even if it was a dog, you were getting multiple offers because there's nothing on the market. When there's nothing on the market, people are willing to pay just about anything for anything, but no longer. Properties that need work sit on the market. And because if you have two properties like for like, one that needs work, that's a dog, and the other one that does not, which one are you going to pick if they're the exact same price? Of course, the one that doesn't need all the work. So, and also properties like this that back up to busy freeways or streets with street noise, those are properties also that need to be priced under the comps. Why? Because they have an inferior location. During that July 2020 till like literally a month ago, you could get away with pricing it right at the last comp or even a little bit more. But since there was nothing available, somebody was willing to take it. But once again, now that there's more homes coming on the market and buyers are scrutinizing the data, they're saying, hey, you know what, if there's two properties, one that backs to a busy street and the other one that doesn't, and they are the exact same house with the exact same price, which one are you going to pick? The one that is not backing up to a busy street. And also, in any property with an inferior location. So, and then the last one is going to be on the backs of overpriced properties. Yes, that's right. Overpriced properties. Overpriced properties is the new thing. And it's actually not that new, unfortunately, from during the pandemic from July 2020 until about a month ago, everybody was getting away with, even if you overpriced, the properties were going up at such a rapid rate that you could actually get it, or people didn't care and they paid that overpriced price. There were some price reductions because some people get way ahead of themselves, but it is definitely it's a different story right now. The people that overprice sit on the market and they have to reduce their price in order to find success. Even if you've got this great property that's in great condition, if you compare it to where the comps are, and it's very much similar to the other comps that are out there, you can't stretch the asking price further. It just absolutely doesn't make sense. And that is exactly what sellers and homeowners typically like to do. And it's a majority. Remember, like I said, normally during this time of the year, 30% or nearly 1/3 of all homes that come on the market come on overpriced because everybody can't quite figure out the price because they want to add a little cushion or they want to add a little bit of room for negotiations. And or they think their home's worth so much more than the one down the street for whatever reason, rather than taking your heart out of the equation and looking at it analytically as to what the value of the home is. And definitely something you can't rely on are these algorithms that are online where you can hit the property value and it spits out what your home is worth. Those are not accurate. They could be inaccurate, like it's like plus or minus 3%, but you have to understand, even if it's plus or minus 3%, 3% on either side is a 6% spread. That is too big of a spread. You need to price these things as close as you can to where the fair market value is. And that's by looking at all available, all properties that have recently closed escrow that are similar to your property, as well as anything that's recent that's gone into escrow activity. It hasn't closed yet, but at least that gives you an idea of where values are at. And you got to price after taking a look at everything and scrutinizing the comps, you will arrive at price. And that's what you have to do. You have to go over each individual comp, look at the lot size, look at location, look at view, look at upgrades. There's you name it. Was it a dog? Was it great? Did they put a lot into it? Those are the things that you have to take a look at. So all these people that are overpricing like this need to sharpen their pencils and understand that they need to play. And if you're thinking about placing your home on the market, you need to have this big reality check of what the market's like today. Because this coming up Tuesday, Case Shiller, CoreLogic, is going to come out with the latest reading, and that will be for the month of March. And that is accumulation of January, February, and March. And it's going to, I have a feeling that it's going to be an all-time high. And I think April is going to be even higher. But once we get down to May, we're going to start to see that it descends, and it's going to descend for the rest of the year. And why is it descending? It's descending because inventories are rising and buyers are getting a little pickier on price. So as a result, you definitely have to price it right and price it right now and come on the market soon, because there's a seasonality to marketplace, and spring is the best time of the year to place your home on the market. As a matter of fact, the most number of homes come on the market during the spring. In all counties, number one month is. Number 2 month is, then it is autumn, and then it's winter. The slowest season actually are the holidays, and that's from Thanksgiving until the first couple weeks of January, and that's when everybody takes a break. And this year especially, everybody's going to take a break. It's the fewest number of homes that come on the market are in December, and the fewest number of escrows, new escrow activity in the month of December. So that's coming. And understand where we're at right now is spring. Spring is typically when we get this elevation in the number of homes on the market, the inventory rises and demand rises. Not this spring. We've had the inventory rise, and actually we've had demand fall. But that's because of we were digesting interest rates continuing to rise until during this month, they actually hit a high that we had not seen for a super long time. But we're going to transition. We're getting very, very close. My kids are out of school. I already have 2 out of school so far. We have one from Washington State University. Our high schooler is out of school as well. And our middle schoolers and elementary school are all getting out next week. And then it is summer. Game on. We're already seeing everybody saying there's a little bit of a slowdown, and that is entirely because of graduations. That is not what it is. That is what we call the beginning of summer distractions. And that is my summer market. Typically, really, you could start to feel it right about now, because this is when graduations take place and all the distractions of summer occur. And that leads us right to summer. So we're right on the cusp of summer. Once we hit summer, that is when we get a further rise in inventory, and demand continues to slowly but surely migrate down. So it continues as well as inventory rises. And you know what? If you are thinking about coming on the market, you are running out of runway. The reason for that is because you only have until, towards the end of July at the best to place your home on the market, because then you have to close escrow prior to the kids going back to school, because all the markets kind of revolve around when the kids go back to school. And so you have till end of July till this runway runs out, because it's not a favorable time to move once the kids go back to school. It's during the summer. This is why everybody comes on the market during the spring, so that they can close during the summertime. Kids are going back to school. And then we're going to get the fall, and that's when things slow further. This time we typically get inventory dropping, and then we have we also get demand dropping. But this year, we're going to have a rise in the inventory and demand dropping. And that's just because of the sheer number of people that are going to overprice. This happens every time that we have rates rise. And the inventory is going to continue to go. It typically peaks right there, but it's going to continue to grow and grow until we peak during the fall. And you can see national statistics. We actually had a big spike. This is Altos research, and it went up 8% in the last week. And actually, it is way higher than where we were at this time of the year last year at 323,000. That's across the United States. This is detached houses. And prior to COVID, or during COVID, but May, we were looking at 720,000. So we're trying to make our way back up towards 1 million is really where we want to be. And we had a big spike in number of homes, the inventory change this last week at 26,181. It's the biggest national spike that we've had dating all the way back to 2016. So, and it typically happens, we get these spikes throughout each year. It comes right around the third week of May, because that's when most people come on the market, is in May, because they want to close when the kids are out of school. So that's where we're at. And if you're hoping for this, all the signs, it looks like we're going to slow down and turn into a buyer's market, that's not what I'm talking about. We're not going to have a buyer's market because of the inventory problem. We still have not enough homes on the market. Nationally, this is from National Association of Realtors, and you can see we have just about 1 million homes on the market. Now, normally we have about, you could see this average, the green line average that we were doing since 2012, that's at 1.75 million. And you could see we were a lot higher. As a matter of fact, during the Great Recession in 2006, we built an inventory of 4 million homes. 2006, 2007, 2008, we had way too many homes on the market. We had 4 million homes. We're trying to make our way back up towards 1.75 million. You need a glut of homes for prices to come down. We're nowhere close to that. That's not going to happen anytime soon. And as you could tell with real estate, it doesn't change overnight. It's a real slow, like watching grass grow type of process. And I'd like to thank our sponsor. Once again, my buddy, your buddy, Kevin Buddy at Monarch Coast Financial. He deals with more than one kind of borrower. So of course, there's more than one kind of loan. Everything from documentation loans to alternative documentation loans to investor financing, money loans. So pretty much everything he deals with and has loads of experience, has been doing this since 1976, the centennial for our country. Has loads of experience. He's super fantastic to work with. He helped my family do our refinance. His team is phenomenal to work with as well. My buddy, your buddy, Kevin Buddy, contact him to have him help you and your clients. 949-422-2075. That's 949-422-2075. And now let's talk about demand. Demand, holy smokes. We have to talk about where interest rates are, and that is, that's funny that I have this. If I was to draw a line across, we're at 5.25%. I'm a little bit high on that thing. 5.25%. The last time we were here was April of 2010. And that looks daunting, but there has been something that has changed, and you can see interest rates went up and then they started coming down. That's that whole section right there, and you could see on middle of April 18th, but we were at 5.64% at the beginning of this month, and we're at 5.25% now. So interest rates have come down, and what has happened is inflation. Inflation looks like it has reached a high, and it came down a little bit, which is kind of an inflection point where we're starting to see something change. It doesn't mean it's coming way down. It means that it's not going to continue to skyrocket, most likely, and it's not going to look like the 1970s. So the market's like this. So what we're doing is we're seeing that the 10-year Treasury and mortgage rates starting to fall, because this is actually good news for the markets. That means that interest rates don't have to keep on going up in order to slow down our economy, because we've already started to see a slowdown, but it's not a recession. And this all has to do with supply and demand. And what you have is, what you have here is inventories going up because we have interest rates going up. That's the dotted green line. In 2013 and 2018, it's doing the same thing. And you can see the yellow line, we are going up. Why? Because we have really high interest rates. Even though they've come down recently, that's that come coming down that yellow dotted line, it's not coming down far enough. And Southern California demand, that's a snapshot of the last 30 days worth of escrow activities at 14,904. That's down 2% or down 284 pending sales. You can see it's kind of at a cruising altitude, but it's going to slowly but surely migrate down. And it is from last year. Last year, it was 33% more, about 20,000 escrows at this time of period, 5,000 more. March 17th to today, we've dropped 9%, which typically we're going up 7% during that same period of time. So that's a big swing. Down 9 when it's going up 7%, that's a 16 percentage point swing. And 3-year average is 17,782. That's prior to COVID. That's an extra 19% higher than where we are today. And it's the lowest level for this time of the year since tracking. As a matter of fact, even during COVID, we were starting to do more and it was going up. And so we are lower than where we were at this time of the year in 2020. So how fast is this market moving? Fast. On March 2017, it was 24 days. It's still fast at 42 days. But 42 days is an exceptional period because we're above 40. And last year we were at 25 days during this time period, and 3-year average prior to COVID is 66 days. You can see that below 40-day threshold, we've been there since July of 2020. And ever since then, we have been in an insane marketplace until these last 2 weeks. We just left insanity. It has faded away. There's still a lot of froth in the market. Don't get me wrong. Plenty of froth in the market. And I'll hear lots of stories about how crazy the market is. I just wouldn't have a buyer, if I was representing a buyer, overpay for a house right now because there's going to be plenty of opportunities out there. And as far as the expected market time in different counties, LA's gone from 30 to 45 days. Orange has gone from 20 to 38 days. Riverside's gone from 21 to 41 days. And San Bernardino from 28 to 50 days. San Diego from 18 to 34 days. I'll even throw in Ventura. It's gone from 18 to 34. So Orange County and San Diego and Ventura still have a way to go. They will get to where it's no longer insane, and they're getting there rather fast, as you can see with these changes from March 17th to today. If you want a copy of this, you have to be a subscriber. You'll automatically receive a copy of these reports. And where do you go to subscribe? Reportsonhousing.com. You can go there to subscribe. And we have reports that's all over Southern California, and soon will be the Bay Area, most likely in July. $15 per month or $150 per year, and you get your first month free if you sign up utilizing the coupon code REDUCE. And the latest one that came out was the sky not falling. San Bernardino Riverside got theirs this week. The prior week, that's when Orange County, LA, and San Diego got theirs. LA, Orange County, and San Diego will get a new report this coming up week. And we do have a new free content page at reportsonhousing.com where you can get this stuff. You can download it. You can utilize it. It's for the whole county. You can see this is kind of what it looks like. It's got a whole bunch of pages, great breakdowns and stuff that you can utilize. And this is what the page looks like, the free content. On the right-hand side, it is, hey, you want to customize it for your county? Well, you have to be a subscriber, and we will allow you to utilize your logo and all that stuff. You just send it our direction. We will reach out to you to get it. And then we will customize it and get it off to you so you can utilize it in your marketing purposes. That brings us to the end of this thing, which means it is time for my incredible kids. Incredible kids. Here we go. We first have Mason Thomas. Mason.
Hello. My name is Mason Thomas, the best kid ever. I was born in Madrid, 8 years old. And
amazing hair, by the way.
Hobby is track. Running.
Right here. Put it here. Boom. Let's see. Who do we? I think I have a special guest.
Hi guys, it's Orange Elephant.
Orange Elephant.
You know who you are.
He's speaking to your coach.
Yeah.
That's right. Her favorite color is orange, and her favorite animal is elephant. And her coach said, "You know what? We're going to rename the team the Orange Elephants." That's a great story. Boom, rocket. The only thing I'm missing is Zeke. Is he around?
He's outside with Nana.
Oh,
wait.
Okay.
Make sure you guys subscribe.
Coupon code is REDUCE.
Make sure to subscribe and use the coupon code REDUCE because you're going to make my daddy have his eyeballs smiling. Mine too. I mean, this cute smile needs to get even cuter
you need
with
to
your guys' help.
You need to subscribe just based on that. Thank you very much and have a fantastic, wonderful